Alright guys, I'm back with another chapter in Joshua. We're in Joshua chapter 15, where the header reads, "The land given to the tribe of Judah." This one's a little bit longer, so I'm going to make sure I jump right into it, guys. Ooh. Pages got stuck together. Here we go, chapter 15. The allotment for the clans of the tribe of Judah reached southward to the border of Edom, as far south as the wilderness of Zin. The southern boundary began at the south bay of the Dead Sea, ran south of Scorpion Pass into the wilderness of Zin, and then south of Kadesh Barnea to Hezron. Then it went up to Adar, where it turned toward Karka. From there it passed to Asmon until it finally reached the brook of Egypt, which it followed to the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern boundary. The eastern boundary extended along the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. So the northern boundary began at the bay where the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea, went up from there to Beth Hoglah, then proceeded north of Beth Araba to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son. From that point, it went through the valley of Achor to Debir, turning north toward Gilgal, which is across from the slopes of Adumim on the south side of the valley. From there, the boundary extended to the springs at En Shemesh and on to En Rogel. The boundary then passed through the valley of Ben Hinnom along the southern slopes of the Jebusites, where the city of Jerusalem is located. Then it went west to the top of the mountain above the valley in Hinnom, and on top, and up to, goodness, I'm just making up words as I go, guys. So above the valley of Hinnom, and up to the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there, the boundary extended from the top of the mountain to the spring at the waters of Nephtoah. And from there, the towns on Mount Ephron. Then it turned toward Baalah, that is Kiriath Jearim. The boundary circled west of Baalah to Mount Seir, passed along to the town of Kesalon on the northern slope of Mount Jearim, and went down to Beth Shemesh and on to Timnah. The boundary then proceeded to the slope of the hill north of Ekron, where it turned toward Shikkeron and Mount Baalah. It passed Jabneel and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. The western boundary was the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. These are the boundaries for the clans of the tribe of Judah. The Lord commanded Joshua to assign some of Judah's territory to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So Caleb was given the town of Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, which had been named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out the three groups of Anakites, the descendants of Shishai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the sons of Anak. From there, he went to fight against the people living in the town of Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, "I will give my daughter Aksah in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer." Othniel, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it, so Aksah became Othniel's wife. When Aksah married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, "What's the matter?" she said. "Give me another gift. You have already given me land in the Negev. Now please give me springs of water too." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Judah. The towns of Judah situated along the borders of Edom in the extreme south were Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kinah, Dimona, Adada, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Bealath, Hazor Hadatta, Kirioth Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam, Shema, Maladah, Hazar, Gada, Heshman, Beth Pelet, Hazir Shual, Beersheba, Beziothia, Bala, Iam, Ezem, El Tolad, Kesil, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmanah, Sansannah, Leboth, Shilhim, Ain, and Ramon. 29 towns with their surrounding villages. Goodness, guys, if you want to give that a shot, that is Joshua chapter 15, verses 21 to 32. Best of luck to you. That was rough. Onward. The following towns situated in the western foothills were also given to Judah: Eshtal, Zorah, Ashna, Zanau, En-Ganim, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adulam, Soko, Azekah, Sharaim, Adithaim, Gedera, and Gederothaim. 14 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were Zenan, Hadashah, Migdal Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kaban, Lamam, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth-dagon, Naamah, and Makkedah. 16 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Libnah, Ether, Ashan, Iftah, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Agzib, and Mareshah. 9 towns with their surrounding villages. The territory of the tribe of Judah also included Ekron and its surrounding settlements and villages. From Ekron, the boundary extended west and included the towns near Ashdod with their surrounding villages. It also included Ashdod with its surrounding settlements and villages, and Gaza with its settlements and villages, as far as the brook of Egypt and along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Judah also received the following towns in the hill country: Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Danah, Kiriath Sanah, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemoh, Anim, Goshen, Halan, and Gilo. 11 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were the towns of Arab, Dumah, Eshan, Janim, Beth Tapua, Afika, Humta, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior. 9 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Juttah, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. 10 towns with their surrounding villages. In addition, there were Halul, Bethzur, Gedur, Marath, Bethanoth, and Eltekon, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. There were also Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Reba, 2 towns with their surrounding villages. In the wilderness there were the towns of Beth-araba, Medin, Sekaka, Nibshan, the city of salt, and En-Gedi, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. But the tribe of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites, who lived in the city of Jerusalem. So the Jebusites lived there among the people of Judah to this day. Whew, that was brutal, guys. So, one thing that I absolutely love, going through all these towns and all these areas, the combination of God's will being done, recognizing that, hey, I need you guys to give these towns more time because you need to grow stronger, you need to grow more numerous, the people of Israel, in order to maintain such an area. Not only did that happen, but to be able to grow in such a way and to not lose so many people in the campaign against these people, that only God could have done that. If there was worry or concern that there weren't enough Israelites to maintain such vast areas in all these towns, and they went to go and that was before they campaigned, say, I'm going to go before you, drive them out, but then you're going to have to go to war for some of it, and there will still be enough of you for all God's pieces to fall together for you to be numerous enough to maintain these areas and protect them, again, from whatever neighboring nations might want them. And then to be able to simply continue, and for their numbers not to diminish because they've been spread so thin. And so when they get through and they start talking about the names, those were all names of cities. Those weren't just people. Those were cities that I imagine tens or hundreds of thousands, probably not hundreds of thousands based on population, but at least hundreds and thousands of people. And so, I don't know, that's so crazy to me. Just how it all, don't be in a rush for God's blessings. You might not be ready to receive it. It might be too much for your current state. And that's at the individual level. Imagine an entire nation. He had to prepare a nation at the individual level and as a whole to be able to prepare to inherit what he had as blessings. So I love that. I love that they're going through and they're describing the land that's going to be given to the Israelites, because not only was it their promise, but so much of it was preparation. This is what we were prepared for, whether it be because we were in the wilderness or even being slaves in Egypt. This is what our people were prepared for God's promise to follow through, and this is the timeline. I think what a blessing. But on that note, have a good night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 16 of Joshua tomorrow, where the header reads, "The land given to Ephraim and West Manasseh." Have a good night and God bless, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.